Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Dose of Firefall. The name is Viperpain, and I'm standing here in front of Lual Larry and admiring some of the cool gears that you can get if you manage to scrape up enough of the hard-earned red beans. I did promise that this was going to be part 2 of possibly a part 3 segment. So we have a continuation from yesterday where I was talking about the different awards that you can get, and we're coming up on the weekend where it is quite advantageous if you decide to go in for the Dreadnaught Battleframe. So as you know, I've been playing around with the Assault, which is shooting basically these blast bullets or this spread shotgun. It has quite a hard impact, and I like the way it kills the enemies. It does a really quick job of them. It's been easy to progress through the game up until level 31, and I'm starting to feel now that I am at a difficult path, so I may need to gear up a little bit to do a little bit more of farming of the Blackwater and risky business missions, where you will get a little bit of coins and then go to one of these trading terminals where you may or may not be able to find some really good upgrades. I think I'm starting to need it because I'm feeling that the mobs are a little bit too dangerous for the survivability of my assault gear. Right, so let's get started without too much talking around and continuing with the assault battle here, because you're actually here today to see me change into something else. So what you need to do, of course, is to find one of these Battleframe stations. So it's not a Battleframe garage, it's a Battleframe station. There's a little bit of difference. You see the hammer and the wrench, and on this you see something that sort of looks like a happy face or a very exotic armor gear with shoulder pads. Could even be a version of some kind of logo. I actually like that. It looks like a chest plate armor for me. So you head up onto it, and then you just press the button E to interact, or if you have rebound your keys or you have special keys like gaming keyboards and whatnot, you know which button you have to interact. And as you can see here, I have all these frames available to me. You only get the first section, the rest you have to buy for the red beans. Sorry, I forgot that word. Now, Dreadnaught has a nice progression tree here, and they got quite a few things that you can do. Now, the other, I think it is... Yes, at the moment it is only the Dreadnaught that I have 4 available battle frames. And this is the one we're going to be working with. So here you have the upgraded look for me, how I look as the Assault. And now this is Dreadnaught, so we're gonna swap to that. And it's just a quick click, you don't have to pay anything. But if you paid attention to the bottom frame, I now have pretty much no hit points, I have no special actions, and very, very, very bad gear. Now, do not do the mistake that I did. I was all the way up in the level 31 zone, and just thought, well, I'll have a quick look and see what happens, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna run out and see if I can do something. Now, I'm not sure if it's procedurally generated, but there was absolutely nothing for me to kill anywhere. I actually had to run quite a distance before I ran into one thing. Now, I could kill it, but it took me quite some time to do so, and it only gave me about 10 experience points. 13 experience points, actually. You can see that on the lower end of the screen. So that's how much I'm actually been exploring about this particular battle frame. As I've said to you before, I've been keeping true to the fact that I will be playing the Assault. Now, this is to just explore a little bit and showcase this for you, because as you can see, there is a core Dreadnaught Weekend with 25% experience boost. Now, there should be a fairly few low-level thingies around here, so I'm just going to go out and try to shoot at them a little bit, trying to agitate them. I hope they're not going to be too angry with me, or if they will actually be coming out. As you can see, it's quite empty here, and that's because I haven't even started any quest for this yet. And I'm not sure if this is intentional by the game, but as you can see, there is literally nobody around. And this is the same thing I had when I definitely was in deep water. I would not have had very much chance or luck fighting anything up at the Sertown map, because everything there is level 25 and upwards. And I am just a poor little level 20. Well, no, not even that. I'm in level 1. Oh, here it looks like something. Rock pools. No, there's just a lot of carcasses. So this is a little bit embarrassing. I should probably have investigated this prior to showcasing this to you. But there you go. Now you know that you will have to swap to the gear. And we've discovered this pretty much live on this show here, that you will have to figure this out for yourself. Or you can watch my show and I'll do all these rookie noob mistakes for you, and you can then play the game looking like a pro. You see, guys, I do so much for you. Alright, so let's head back to town and see if we can't get a quest or so going on. Now, I promised that this was gonna be 1 or 2 part or something like that. 2 or 3 parts. I'm obviously just filling in a little bit of voice here whilst running in and getting some quests going. I have to remember where the quest board is. I think this might be a 2-part, and I'll round it off by showcasing a little bit how to play this, and then we will do a few more episodes with me playing around with the other Battleframes. I will do that and I cover them really, really quickly, and I give you the impression I have of how well they play, how well they feel. So you're gonna see the repeat of a few quests over the next couple of days, probably. Might even be a little bit of difference, because I do not know. As you can see, I have only 13 experience points on this character. I'm assuming that I'm on the right way, because this is the job board and this is the first place you would go to. So let's see if we can't get a quest. I have pressed a button and very little happened, so we might have a lag. No, we did not. Well, I have apparently gone through with these, so let's just press accept on a mother in need. And that might be a little bit tricky to do as a quest, because that might be a long run. Now, I do remember the lady being up and around here somewhere. It's a little bit heavy and frustrating at the moment, because my jump jets aren't really as I'm used to. You saw that guy swooping in there. Wow, that was cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted far too easily by shiny things. Now, I'm so used with the jump jets I have on my Accord, where I could easily just leap this entire building in one jump. And I'm just gonna stand here so we can see. This is in front of Spicy Al's Tuna, and I'm gonna try all the battle frames, so you're gonna see the difference between the level 1s and the level 31 battle frame I have on my Assault. So let's use this, and I will be covering it in the next few episodes. So do remember this. We have this. I'm looking straight forward, and I'm just pressing space and trying to jump as high as possible, and I'm out. As you can see, I barely reached the rooftop of that thing behind. So the tower there, the rooftop of that building. So in front of Spicy Al's Tuna, we're gonna do that comparison. But we need to help a mother at the moment, and she's already here at this place. Now, you can run around on all the zones you've already discovered, but you cannot do this if this is the first time you're playing through the game, because obviously the map that you have in all these areas, you have to discover them yourself. But I can easily travel here, and I can just swap. All of these stations contain one of these Battleframe stations, so I can easily swap between what I think I might need. Now, if you, as opposed to me, do level up all of the Battleframes, then you obviously have the choice of swapping between what you think is more suitable for each quest. You do get to retain the toys you have already, so this is my crafted bike, and I can easily recall it for each of my Battleframes. Oh, money! This is something that I have found a little bit frustrating. It might be because you cover more ground and you're forced to stay on the ground, but I tend to find a very, very big lot of all these boxes that contains quite a lot of coins. So it's well worth stopping because it's about a third of a quest in one of those baskets. So we're going to kill Durkas the Hunter, or probably save, I'm not sure. There's a mother in need, so either we have a kill mission or a destroy mission or a save mission. Oh, someone died. Let's see if we can't save him. Ah, this is going so slow. Ah, he jumped up. Oh, we are being attacked by something. Really? They're bombarding me with that heavy stuff? Right, so let's see how this goes. Well, distance we do have on the weapon. And on these equal level, it seems to be doing a little bit more damage. You do seem to have to tend to be a little bit more mobile when playing this this character, I must say. Right? Your ammunition is something you seem to be going through extremely quickly here, although it's sort of holding out. And I think something that you may want to be cautious about is that it takes a while from your clicking until your weapon warms up. So you see I'm holding in, firing, and if it's warmed up already, you can kind of stop and start again if you're quick in between the target location, target locking. So if you're quick and be able to move. So I would advise that if you're gonna play this one, that you have a mouse which have a very good setting of TPI, so you can move rapidly across the screen. I do believe that might be quite useful for you. We're gonna sidetrack a little bit here, so I'm gonna test this out because this is a hectic mission here. You see where I'm heading up. We have the crashed thumper. There isn't much fighting as running in, but this is just to test and see if I can actually manage one of these side missions whilst being level 1. So obviously I already know what's going to happen. We're going to have the explosion and these things fly really, really far. And then you're going to have to collect them. We're going to have it very much running back and forth to the same place. But it might be well worth it at this level. Not sure how well the weapon will handle it when we have so many enemies around. So we're going to get a little bit of help here at least. So that's at least quite good. And it might be a little bit easier. I'm not really seeing any enemies, so that might actually be screwing it up a little bit. That was going to be a very, very quick one. I think I'll be the one to send it up. We have hand returned 4 items already. So, here we go. Will I win? Will I be the one to return it? I'm not sure if that even gives you anything. So, well, we got a little bit of experience points and whatnot, and we got some toys. Do remember, since you're starting over again, oh wow, look at that. Unfortunately I need to do level 3, so I can't really use my weapon that I found for doing that little sidetrack mission. But at least you know it's quick and easy to do so, and if you're smart enough when you do level up with your main character, do remember to save a few weapons on the classes you are keen and interested on trying out. Right, we're gonna go and kill a sea creature, very likely. And then we are going to be heading back. So this is just short showcasing. I'm giving you the feedback on how I think this class is, what you may need to pay attention to. At the moment I'm feeling the lack of damage is what I am worried about. Well, we're gonna see if we can't get this one up a level or 2. It's quite likely that you're already jumping to level 3. We have another crashed thumper over there. Question is, let's do that one just to see if we don't get a little bit of boost and bonuses for our... Well, that was very much one shot, one kill. We have someone chasing me for some reason.
Crashed thumper detected.
I hope it's not those guys speaking Russian. Alright, so it exploded and we are going all the way over here to collect. Now this might be something that I just discovered for you guys. As I told you, I'm very good at exploring. You don't have to look as noobish yourself when trying to play this game. Right, we're actually facing a little bit of enemies here. Well, I'm gonna let him deal with it because, well, I'm so selfish. Yes, oh, I'm being attacked. I wasn't sure if it was this guy over here. Well, he's level 9 at least, so he would definitely be the reason I thought I one-shotted that Arana. I'm not thinking my weapon would be that strong at the time being. But we will see what we can do. Alright, so let's get away from them a little bit. Put that one in there, and let's try to kill something. As level 3, didn't take too long. That looks like an assault from the sky. Oh, keep shooting targets. Oh, well, he helped out, and I do believe it might have been the assault guy here. Interthimble. Kind of cool nickname. Do subscribe if you see this show Interthimble, and thanks so much for your help. Now we're gonna move on for the mission, and we're gonna see what we got. 54 Crustites, and we got the secondary shotgun. Requires level 2. We can actually equip that. Now I did point it out. You should probably stay as mobile as possible. What is this? Is this part of my mission? Seafood. Seafood. Ah, I get these skivers to be killed, so I get seafood. I could probably have combined this with the quest of the Thumper. Well, I have a feeling that Mr. Thimble here is helping out. That's quite good. Whoa, that looks like a big stuff. That's a tank. But he went down very quickly. These are, after all, level 1 and I'm level 2. Haha, I'm a little bit stronger. Almost. Well, they do tend to move a little bit more erratically, so it's not really what I'm used to with the... What's I gonna say? It's not like what I'm used to with the Assault, which is very much one shot, one kill. Well, in some cases. Here you have to have quite a few hits. So, Interthimble is with me, so it's quite good. I like that guy. Girl. Dude. He looks like a guy in Avatar, so in his avatar, so therefore I shall assume that he is a guy. Until otherwise proven, of course. So, we're gonna head on home. And ta-da! Let's see if we can scale a bit. Wow. Oh, cool. I found the Sin imprint. Do you remember the location, guys? Just below that fly thingy. Not too far from the airport. Oh, this is a crashed LGV. And I think this is Mr. Thimble, so let's join in and help him with the crashed LGV. I think we have to defend it for a little while. So yes, I partially killed him. Interact with crashed LGV. I think it disappeared. Oh, there we have one. And I see another Sin imprint, so I'm gonna see if I can't go and grab it. Ah, come on, Interthimble, that was mine. Ah, he deserved it. So let's see, we need to defend this thing. And with some luck, I might get some more toys out of this. Right. I must say that, personally, and I do mean it as in it's my individual choice and preference, I am enjoying the Dreadnought. There is no doubt about that. But my personal style is far more closer to that of the Assault. it just seems to be the more preferred playstyle for me, I would say. So we are going to see him. Other things I can say about this Battleframe is, for those of you that like the tanking, because this is obviously going to be a class that will carry a lot of hit points as we level up, you're going to be able to just use one of your abilities, and I've already seen it in the videos. That's a few other of you guys that make these videos. Do keep the work up, by the way. You're doing a fantastic job. The Dreadnought, and I do believe it's the Dreadnought, I may get this wrong, I do apologize for that, but they do have some kind of like lockdown, so you put both your feet firmly on the ground and then you become like a stationary turret that shoots very, very fast, very, very hard, and you kill pretty much anything that is on your side of the fence. Very good when you know where they're coming from, but something like this where it can be hectic, you don't have a decent position to defend, then it might be a little bit awkward. So it might be a drawback if you can't find a good angle to defend yourself from, but if you do have that angle, then you will obviously have the upper hand, and it's a significant thing. It's definitely something that is prone to become nerfed if we're ever gonna have something like that in this game, because, well, whilst the angle is a disadvantage, it's not really that much of a drawback, seeing how easily you can kill whatever is on that angle. Right, this was that mission, and I think we're just going to be returning this home. Yes. Alright, so into Thimble, thanks for your job, and congrats on level 10. That's very good for you. We probably got a few fun adventures coming up ahead. Right, so there we have another one coming back and visiting the old station. That definitely looked like it was a little bit of a high level. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of toys on that character. So let's return this quest and then round off this episode. I must say the Dreadnought is seeming fun to play. We obviously don't have much of abilities at the moment. Yes, we actually do. We have a Repulsor Blast, which is a cooldown of 45 seconds, deals enemies around the Dreadnought and knocks them back. As I told you, this is very much a tank role, so it can be kind of good when you're getting a little bit too swarmed just to knock them back and keep firing. You do get a decent amount of ammo, and I seem to have very little problem, although I was very much significantly helped by the others that were taking part of the missions. The two uplinks, but not uplinks, the two thumpers and one crashed LGV. So I would say if you're starting over or doing like me, just testing out, I would say have a look for those thumpers and whatnot. They seem to be quick and easy rewards, and as you saw, I was quite lucky with mine. I already have a weapon for level 3, which I would assume is not too far off once I finish off my quests. And this is just one quest. Oh yeah, I tagged that. Not tapped, I tagged it. You and your imaginations. Shame on you guys. Alright, here we go. I did apparently do the quest. Did I reach level 3? I'm level 4 already, actually. Wow. So, first mission, I hit level 4. So that means I obviously get a little bit of a stronger weapon. Still not even legendary or epic or anything. And I've managed to gather a little bit of crystals. So let's get on up here. Let's heal or get our stuff back. So let's cast the verdict of this. We might need to clean this out. Civilian down. Good use you are as guarding this place. They're browsing this. There are a few of these adverts around the city, by the way. So you can click on them and then you get brought to some kind of internet in-game browser window that will show you what's going on, pretty much. So let's see the amount of damage we took. So Battle Garage frame station. We have to repair ourselves for... Wow. We have to repair ourselves for 10 Christites. And if I'm doing a sort of a quick mission on my Assault Battleframe, it might not even be that much. I think last time I had to heal it up, it was just 6 or 7 Christites. Might be a little bit of inconsistency there, or it might be intentional. For those of you that play games like World of Warcraft, you know that playing as a tank, your repair cost, even if you didn't die, was massive. So here we go. I'm here. I'm gonna take the quest as well and see what we got. Mother Need gave me a few cool toys to play around with, so wow, there's a lot in there. There's a lot of experience points you got. One mission is almost one level on its own, not counting in what you kill. So at least that's good to know. And let's see, we get to play around a little bit with it here. Obviously we want to equip this, because, well, it kicks more butt. Secondary weapon, they say you should have a shotgun. Well, let's go for that, because we did get a shotgun as well. And we have our ability, the repulsor blast, and we also have explosive rounds. So that's probably some kind of boost. Really intend to make a little bit of AoE, because I've noticed that is sort of a drawback of the Dreadnought, at least it's starting out. So we get expanding repulsor blasts, repulsor blasts, and repulsor blasts. So we have one green. That should obviously be the stronger one. 30N, 32.1N. So I'm assuming that the N is a reference to Newton here. But I think the effect radius of the green one is slightly better. Also the power rating is more so. Let's upgrade that. And the long arm module requires level 31, so we can't really do much about that. Right, well, this is this build Battleframe paint shop. I think I should have frame war paint on my tiny little one. I should have my black cats, shouldn't I? You do remember, if you watched all the episodes, that I did get the black cat. It's apparently not. It's green, yellow. Oh, there it is, black cat. So I can have my Assault, well, Dreadnaught Battleframe looking as a black cat. And I say that looks pretty cool. It definitely looks like a tank or someone that is meant to be able to take a little bit of damage. So we're singing this with the Sin, and then we're logging off, and now we're looking slightly cooler. Not just that white, silly first level gear. Right, now we're heading back to the Battleframe station, and I told you we're going to round off. You can see here now, Dreadnought is at level 4, and my Assault is level 31, so I'm probably going to go back for that, because this is, well, where I will make my coins. We shall continue with the Biotech, Engineer and Recon in future episodes, so I'll give a review of how I think they are to play and whatever I will understand of them. Please guys, do remember to check out my other videos, and I would also appreciate a little bit of feedback, and do let me know if you found the Wikipedia page, because I still haven't found the source that is good enough. I'm still just sitting in the game and exploring it, which I absolutely love. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Until next time, this is Viperbane signing off. Peace out.